All right. Hello, my name's Lara Wacker, and I'm with Peaceworks. Our organization does public education and advocacy around multiple issues, including climate change. We do not endorse or oppose candidates for office, but we do inform our members, supporters, and the public at large as to where candidates stand on the issues that concern us. We have invited all the candidates running for the Boone County Commission or the state legislature seats in Boone County who are in contested races. We've invited them all to address the questions we've shared with them in advance regarding climate change and climate action. We're limiting each interview to a maximum of 10 minutes. I'm here today with Justin Aldred, who is running for election to the Boone County Commission, and we appreciate him taking the time to respond and thus to make his views known. I'll be asking questions we've shared previously and only doing follow up if it seems that it would be helpful to clarify a response. So, hello, Justin. Welcome. And
Hello.
we'll get going on the very first question, which is: do you accept the scientific consensus that climate change is real, human caused, and happening now? In your opinion, is human caused climate change a serious concern? If reelected or if elected, would you make addressing the climate crisis a top tier concern?
So, yes, of course. I think climate change is an existential threat to our way of life, to the ecosystem, to the food system that we depend on, not only for nutrition, but for our local agricultural economy. I think humans have played a serious role in impacting our climate through both action and inaction. And I think it's time we take action in the right direction. I think counties across the nation have taken bold, concrete steps to reduce carbon emissions, invest in renewable energy. I think the Boone County Commission should increase its commitment to using renewable energy resources, ensure that public facilities are more energy efficient, allocate funding to recycling and composting programs, and educate the public in general about ways to reduce one's individual carbon footprint. So yes, I believe in climate change, and I would work to make Boone County state and national leader in addressing the ravages of climate change.
Awesome. What specific policy initiatives would you pursue to address climate change on the county level?
So there are two sides to my approach here. There are existing programs that we've already seen make some success. One of those is Boone County's work with other organizations on the Kingston Creek watershed. So in the past, we had 5 organizations: the EPA, the Missouri Department of Natural Resources, Boone County, the City of Columbia, and the University of Missouri, all partnered up in an effort to restore the Hingston Creek. That was under the previous Democratic Commissioner, Karen Miller. They worked to make that partnership, and I'd like to see that become a high priority for the county commission. That partnership is one of a kind. It's unique to this county. I think it's something we need to build on. We also have stormwater protections and management and the Bon Fem watershed to build on. On the other side, I'm hopeful that if I win this election, I'm put on the commission, I would like to look for new opportunities to enhance and support environmental protection programs and operations. For example, I'd like to see improved flood protections in vulnerable areas in communities like Rocheport and along the river. I hope to see protections in place for conservation of lands and watersheds, and also policies that protect Missouri's unique wildlife. And I'd like to see more local control of farmland instead of the state of Missouri controlling all CAFO regulations.
Okay. What do you see as the greatest obstacles to enacting and implementing the policies you see as needed? How would you address these obstacles?
I think one of the main obstacles we have, not just in Boone County, but statewide, is that we need more elected officials that understand the importance and impact of climate change. For example, as I just talked about, I think local control is a real issue here. We saw Senate Bill 391 that significantly impacted the capability of counties to pass local health ordinances regarding concentrated animal feeding operations. And the only way I can overcome that obstacle is by working with other elected officials at both the state and local level to establish frameworks to work on together for the benefit of our community, our environment, and to reach common goals. Another thing I'd like to see, it's not really an obstacle as much as it is something that can be turned into an opportunity: economic development. Economic development does not have to be at odds with climate change protection policy. We have an opportunity here for better private-public cooperation. That leads to businesses that operate on clean energy, businesses that operate in a manner that protects wildlife, ultimately something that's better for the environment, while creating sustainable, well-paying jobs within our local community.
All right. Would you favor Boone County adopting a climate action and adaptation plan? And if so, would you take the initiative to propose moving this forward?
So I've read parts of the City of Columbia's Climate Action and Adaptation Plan. I've had the opportunity to sit in on a few of the committee meetings the City of Columbia held, and also one of my team members is a sitting member of the Climate and Environment Commission. Overall, I have a favorable view of the work being done. I'd be in favor of Boone County adopting its own climate action and adaptation plan. I'm not sure on existing regulations and limitations in doing so, but that's something I'd like to work with other elected officials to bring to the table.
All right. Are there any other thoughts you have regarding addressing climate change that you'd like to share with the voters?
Yes, I think that climate change will affect us regardless of if we're urban, if we're rural. It'll affect us whether we choose to do something about it or if we choose to ignore it. I'm myself happy to see so many young people on both sides of the political spectrum understand the importance and ramifications of climate change. And I'd like to see as many people as possible involved in addressing climate change. And I'd like to count myself among that group because there's a lot to do in the next 10 years and beyond. Other than that, thank you for these questions. Thank you for giving me this platform to speak on.
All right. Thanks a lot for being here with us today, Justin. Justin Aldred, running for the Boone County Commission. We'll close our interview now and appreciate the time you've spent with us.
Thank you so much.
All right.